What's up, everybody? It is Monday. I forget the date. It's the day after Easter. Happy Easter. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and a nice Easter. I hope you got to spend some time with your families. I got to spend time with my girlfriend's family. We went out to dinner last night. It was fantastic. So today I want to talk about something that I was thinking about yesterday when I watched one of the YouTubers I follow, Chris Hawks. He does a computer coding channel. He does tutorials and he does courses on Udemy. And he explained, didn't really explain, but essentially he is making a website as, a YouTuber that does tutorials. And it kind of, gave me the idea to make a video on this question. And do YouTubers or any type of content creator on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, is it beneficial for them to have a website? And I think there are several different circumstances that I think you should have a website if you are a content creator. And a lot of it, hold on, let me just start over real quick. So YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of these platforms, essentially all they are distribution machines, okay? So the fact that there's over 2 billion active users on Facebook, that means it's a distribution machine. If you put stuff on there, people are going to see it. That's essentially how that works. Now, with that, you do have to play within the rules, and you do have to kind of cater to their specific algorithms for each platform. So if you don't really know what that means, essentially, there are sophisticated algorithms on these platforms that try and, using tons and tons and tons of data, they try and feed you content that you would potentially like. And that's based off of what you've liked in the past, what you've watched in the past, what you've interacted with, what you've searched for. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into the creation and the use of these algorithms. But sometimes it can work not really in your favor. It can kind of go against you. And I believe this has happened with Chris Hawks. He is a very, very smart dude. He explains, I've taken some of his tutorials for computer coding. He's very thorough, and he explains everything 100%. But he only has 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, whereas, there's a guy called Traversy Media. He's got almost 4 times that. The reason, I think, is that Chris Hawks doesn't really have a huge production value on his videos. He doesn't do a ton of editing. But keep in mind, both of these guys still have full-time jobs. So my thing here really is, so Chris Hawks, he does really good tutorials. He has a couple of them on that website, Udemy, I was telling you all about the other day. And actually, before he even put that stuff on Udemy, somehow someone ripped his, stole essentially some of his tutorials and put them up there for a profit. Now, I don't know if he got a lawyer involved or whatever, but it kind of begs the question, when does a distribution machine become a middleman? When is it, being on these platforms, when is it a negative thing? And I really think it depends on the person. It depends on the genre of what you're talking about. But I think it's really beneficial, especially for people who do tutorials of some kind, that you have a website as a main hub for all of your content. The reason for this is because it is outside of the middleman. So if you don't abide by the terms of service when utilizing these platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of these things, if you don't follow their rules, they will kick you off of their platform. And there goes all of the hard work you've done, all of the potential ad revenue that you're earning if you're a big YouTuber or content creator. So I don't really think it's a good idea to just stick to one platform. You know, obviously you need to do that when you're starting out, but if you get bigger, if you get more popular, I think it's super beneficial to have your own website, because it's, you know, it won't get deleted because you didn't follow the terms of service of the internet. That's not a thing. There are certain things you cannot do, you know, such as hate speech and, you know, inciting violence and all this other wild shit that you just shouldn't do, period, because it's bad. But I do think that there are some people who should have their own website just for the specific reason that some of your content might fall out of the, you know, following the terms of service of these platforms. You know, if you curse a lot like I do, it might be a good idea for me. But also, it, you know, yesterday my girlfriend's aunt was wondering if I still did videos, because she hadn't seen any recently. And I said, yeah, I have like 60 of them up now. But sometimes that can happen too. You know, if someone has watched your videos once or twice, and maybe they didn't like that video, didn't watch it for an extended amount of time, you know, Facebook, YouTube, they're not going to continue feeding this content to someone who doesn't necessarily, like it, or just the way their actions on the website looked, made it look like they didn't want to see that. So, you know, if you have a central hub for all of your content, it will always be up there. No one's going to take it down unless you do some really shitty stuff, which it's really hard to get kicked off of the whole internet. But I definitely think this is something that, you know, if you're making content, you should definitely think about. I think it can be beneficial to a lot of people, and it definitely puts the control back with you. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.